This all tap land stuff is kind of worrying, but I'm not horribly concerned. I think this might be a case where I lead on the scry land to find an untapped land. This one specifically. Let's see what we got going on here. So heroic. So I definitely need to find an untapped land because I need tempo actually matters here. Like, I guess my opponent could be Jeskai, but I have my doubts. This is like the best card against them, right? So I kind of have to keep this. Like, wasn't it the joke that Brad and nope, that Brad and Co. sideboarded in Kiora to beat the heroic deck out of the Sultai deck? Yeah. Does this target? It does. Okay. Well, if 1 was good, I think 2 was better. I think Llanowar Waste is better than Delta because of the damage. Is that true? I want this. I think I want the Waste. No, I think the mana matters more. The effective Delve mana. So I think that efficiency on mana is going to be a huge part of this game. My opponent's clearly leaving up God's Willing for some similar effect. Oh, sure. Opponent's trying to draw cards. I think I'm willing to take this hit because I'd rather have the blocker when Kiora hits next turn. Which I really do want to cast Kiora here. Because this can burn a God's Willing. And then my opponent's in a position where they're forced to move the Hoplite out of the way. If that kills the Kiora, that is a lot of effort expended in doing so, and might put me in a situation where I can downfall the Hoplite. Keyword being might. What is this? Oh, feet? Sure. Kyora's dead. I think the second Kyora is actually a better follow-up here if there's not a creature. There is a creature. Which is really unfortunate. I think I have to go for this and hope that it connects. Because the other creature is very, very easily in range of just killing Kiora. My opponent has a third protection spell. I'm just in horrible shape. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do about that, though. I think I chump because my assumption is that first Hoplite is going to die next turn. Oh boy, that's a problem. That's not the worst. So I lead on the downfall here. One. Want to fetch a blue, so it doesn't really matter which one I use. That's fine. I think I just let my opponent attempt to do something else to this Hoplite. Because it's very clear they don't have an answer to a removal spell here. I think that baiting the additional option here is so much better. Sure. Gosh, this card is brutal. Beginning of combat. Destroy target monocolored creature. Well, did I get punished? Maybe I got punished. Oh no. Seeker. Interesting. What's the last card? Or deal down. Is Cure even good here? I think Ashiok's the play, actually. So, the logic here is my opponent bricks on a draw. So, like, I can't play Kiora into this because my opponent just hits with anything that's a spell. My opponent literally just has to draw a land. This is fine. Yep. Okay. We're getting somewhere. Getting much closer to somewhere else. I'm gonna wayfind. Then Kiora. This targets the Seeker because that is the one that is the hardest to handle, I guess. Because it lets my opponent actually split. Like, if my opponent draws a enchantment, they get to put it on the hero, and then has 2/3 power attackers. I need to keep the Kiora around, so this chumps. And then next turn, I get to put in the Hoplite. I'm at 4. Not well. So I think. I think I want 0. Oh my gosh! What did I just do? That was atrocious. I misclicked. Why did I say? I said 1. I meant 1 because I was thinking 0/4. Does this save me? I mean, it does in the sense that it keeps me alive another turn. Funny stuff. So I was supposed to do Ashiok for 1 and not misclick. which would allow me to have a 2/2, and then okay, so I'd be dead to this God's Willing anyways, right? So I'd have a 2/2, I'd have Ashiok to creature, or I'd have Kiora to creature, and I'd be at 4 facing down 4 creatures, but I would die to this attack anyways. Because I'd be down 2 life because of not having the Garruk in play. Okay, cool. Misclick did not really cost me there. So, I don't like Drown, I don't like Cure. Just both kind of unfortunate. Do I like Tassiger? I think I do. Ugin seems great. Garruk, I'm not the biggest fan of. Kiora is great. Ashiok is atrocious. And Stroke is really bad here. These go out. I want 6 cards in. So I guess Cure is technically better than Drown. I think Negate is awesome. Not the biggest fan of Silence, actually. I don't want too many Cures. I think I want just 2 Tassigers here. Big beefy creature. I get to have another card. The question is whether it's Liliana, Silence, or Farika's Cure. I guess I'll just have a Silence, because in theory I could get to a point where it's 2 for 1, which might be relevant. His hand looks excellent. Thoughtseize into Satyr, into something, into Kiora. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a much better curve out. It's possible this is me using something too early. What is this? What? So it's Presence, Strike, Denial, Stroke, Strand, Temple. Is that another Temple? So I think I take the Stroke because Presence doesn't protect my opponent. Sweet. Scoreboard. And this actually curves out nicely. I want the Temple. Is that good? I'm not a huge fan of it here. I think I'd rather have like a dig or something. So I want another land here. That's not a bad one. I hate Farika's Cure. I don't know why that card's in my deck. Keeping the Thoughtseize might have been a little aggressive. So this Ordeal... Bioblight, I don't think that does anything. Now Denial's turned on. Oh, this is a disaster, isn't it? Maybe I was supposed to keep the downfall, like Thoughtseize into it or something. So I need a Thoughtseize here to set up a Kiora. Okay, well that was the card I was going to take anyways, so awesome. So I think this is a hit I can afford to take. Is that true? Yeah, I actually like that because, again, it's the same setup as I had last game where I have a Kiora in play and a blocker, so my opponent has to have 2 protection spells to keep it alive. That's fine. I think I want to go for the Bile Blight here and see what happens. That worked. Ooh. I don't think that changes my options. I guess I'm dead to double protection spell anyways. Or protection spell plus like Stratus Walk or whatever. Mm-hmm. All chumps away. Dead to so many. Oh wow, I got to declare a blocker. That's convenient. Oh, I just got treasure cruised? Oh my gosh. Is there any way possible I can win this game? This heroic deck looks really good in this matchup. My my deck is not really built to be mana efficient. Though this may be a situation where I just like haven't drawn my Crux of Fates or whatever. Card's awesome. Not gonna ever get to cast it though. Tassicker the Golden Fang. 3, 4, 5. I actually may get to a point where I get to Ultimate Kiora and beat my opponent with Krakens this game. Because I have the backup Kiora. What is going on here? Is this another treasure cruise? Sure. Double sure. I think I blight this because it takes out... Like, I need to use my mana here, but I think it's going to take out one of the Hoplites anyways. I know there's an Ajani's presence, but it's fine. So I guess the drawback to playing Heroic in this metagame is that the aggressive decks are really good at just beating the crap out of it and having Valorous stance or whatever. And when your opponent's answers don't cost 3 and they cost 2 or 1 instead, it's really hard to actually have the tempo available. Oh, wow, that was horrible, and my opponent made an even bigger mistake. Maybe not. I don't know. I think my opponent might have wanted to strive there. What did my opponent do with the card? Bottomed it. I think I just want to cure that right now. I don't think the mana matters. My opponent has like 1,000,000 mana. Yeah, this is fine. So my goal next turn is to dig, which I can't do. One short of. So I'm hoping the Tassiger dies in combat. You get a Kraken. Not really hoping the Tassiger dies in combat, actually. Well, if the Kiora dies, I think I lose more than it. Like, I have a feeling he has a counterspell at this point, just based on the contents of his hand over the course of the game. That's fine. On top of... Yep, that's what I assumed. Okay, so I get an emblem. I get another Kiora. His last card's another denial. I think I just lose. That's fine. Ugh. Yep. Not even dead. That's something that kills one of my opponent's creatures. If my opponent bricks here, I'm actually not in a horrible spot. This is so wild. Okay, I'm dead. Yeah, I don't think I'm supposed to play around double stubborn denials my opponent's last two cards, though. Seems like drawing Crux of Fate's really important there. Seems like Bioblade is absolutely unplayable. Or borderline unplayable there. Same with Cure. What did I board out? Ashiok is bad. Disdainful Stroke is bad. And then, like, Shaved a Treasure Cruise and, like, one other card. I'm going to look at the sideboard real fast. Yeah, the Garrick. Yeah, that's not good. So I had the Silence in the deck, the two Tassigers, the two Negates. Negates are great. And one Cure. Yeah, like, maybe I'm supposed to leave in Garrick. Yeah, I probably should have. Death Touch is pretty nice. Yeah, I probably should have left in Garrick and taken out like a Bioblade or not boarded in the Freakus Cure. Oh well.